name is Justice Pagot, and this is my book, Like, Value, Trust. I wrote this book to inspire others to shine your light. And really in sales, if people don't like you, value, or trust you, it's hard to make authentic relationships, and you can't manipulate anything. It's about finding these real connections, providing value over a long period of time so people trust you.
What made Like, Value, Trust more than just another sales book?
Honestly, this book it's my memoir, it's my testimony. It's my testimony as a believer in faith and Jesus. It's my testimony with sales and how I make my clients and how I earn their trust and how I basically walk every day. It's a lot of quotes in here, Bible verses, and just my testimony on how I've been able to connect with people and just change some lives and continue having repeat clients and customers. I want everyone who reads this book to be able to connect. What was the question again?
What made Like, Value, Trust more than just another sales book?
This is more than just a sales book. I included a lot of workshops as far as questions that you can fill at the end. There's quotes, Bible verses. I have a reference page for other books that you can read. 48 Laws of Power, The Power of Now, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. All the things that I've done that I've put into my mental database to make me a better salesperson, a better husband, and a better friend.
You talk about how relationships are the real currency. What does that mean in 2025?
In 2025, a lot of these relationships, they're superficial for social media, and with salespeople in general, people feel like we're just here for a transaction. So I wanted to be able to share my light and how I've kind of differentiated from that and actually tap in with my cultural experiences, with my travels, and how I relate to everybody the best that I can. And I emphasize in this book, it's not a book to make you rich, make you money. It's just principles and laws that can help you just connect, be the better version of yourself, how to persevere, and the marathon continues.
How did your experience in real estate and car sales shape this book?
My experience with car sales and real estate, two different experiences. Anyone in sales can kind of vouch for that, but it's similar at the end of the day. No matter what product you're selling, you're there to connect, provide value to the customer. It's more than just scripts and just what you can read off of paper. It's more than the tech specs. It's how you can solve a problem and provide value to them, how you can listen with 2 ears and 1 mouth and truly connect and understand what they need.
What's the biggest mistake young salespeople make that LVT helps them avoid?
The biggest mistake people make with sales, especially young salespeople, they're just about the money. I talk about my testimony in the book when I was at the car dealership. I just wanted to sell as many cars as possible. I did not follow with my sold car customers, and that was to my disadvantage for the fact that I didn't have repeat clients as much as I should have. And even with real estate, you spend so much time with these clients that it's in your benefit to connect with them. And now I do have repeat clients. And so a lot of salespeople just look at the actual transaction and not the long-term picture. So it's in your best benefit long-term, especially with real estate. You want to be in the industry for years. The first 2 years are difficult. So if you can make those repeat clients, get people to connect with you, you can see more long-term success.
Why did you include fill-in-the-blank questions and quotes? What's the reader supposed to walk away with?
I honestly never liked in school fill-in-the-blank questions, but I want people to think. I want to get some energy. I want to stir your brain and get you to question yourself and just think. Think and reflect at the end of the book. It's just a combination of learning methods. You can read it, you can highlight, you can fill in the blanks if you want, but it's more so just to start your mental process to get the gears rolling, get the ball rolling, to kind of think bigger and outside of the box. So I wanted to include fill in the blanks, some quotes from my favorite people, my favorite Bible verses, just to make it more than just a book to read. I want it to be a tool. I want you to use it, refer back to it, write down your goals in it, and just make it an experience.
You mentioned character over charisma. Can you unpack that for people who rely on their charm?
So I definitely talk about in this book, your charm can get you in the door. When people like you, they like your smile, they like your smell, your appearance. Charm can definitely get you in the door, but if you've been in any relationship, the charm or long term, it fades. That honeymoon phase, it goes away. So you have to work on your character, and that's through the gym, reading the Bible, quotes, verses, everything you can do to sharpen the saw and renew your mind, and just be a good person. That's the basis of this book. Have faith, be a good person, and learn how to maximize your efforts. That's all this is. This is not some magic overnight scripts or anything like that. It's, hey, how can I be the best me, love myself, and then shine my light to the people around me, and they want to do business with me based upon that connection.
Tell us about a moment where Like, Value, Trust literally closed the deal for you.
Every time, honestly. But nowadays in real estate, For instance, I had a customer, her husband passed away, and so we were able to help her with the funeral. I met her initially at a restaurant, her and her husband. So from that first moment, we connected, gave her my business card. Unfortunately, he did pass away, but that connection I made, the husband really enjoyed my presence. He thought I was a great young man. And so he said, when we do sell a house or do purchase, we're going to use Justice, the real estate agent. And unfortunately, that happened very fast. And so that impact continued over the value. I did the comparable market analysis, I did research, took the photos, drone, everything for the property. And then the trust was there. We sold that home in one day. So that solidified me as part of their family, and it's just bigger than the sales. And so now I get calls, how are you, how you doing, and just we're family now.
You wrote this at 25 years old. What makes your perspective different from the gurus out there?
I feel the gurus can be jaded, and a lot of them that are really up there in high status as far as sales gurus go, and even my sales managers in the past, you kind of get set in your ways. Everyone has their tactics. Everyone feels like they may be the best. But from what I've seen, there's no guarantee you're going to close a deal. And so from me being young, being able to use my resources with film and television, even using AI for assistance sometimes, we just have the resources, right? And so being able to study and learn, we're more technology based. And so I think that helps us with our advantage, wanting to learn always, and just not being jaded, being able to be young, use that inexperience to your advantage. And I talk about in that book, how you can deliver value without being experienced, just by being confident, saying, hey, I'll get you the answer. I may not know it right now, but I can definitely find that for you. And that's one of the methods I talk about in this book.
How did your upbringing influence LVT?
So I grew up single mom. My dad was around, but both of them were very young. And so anybody that knows single mothers, you have to be a great representation. She's not going for you embarrassing her or anything like that. So very early, you learn how to be likable. And if you're Haitian or Caribbean or African or anything like that, any minority or country, they want you to be a great representation. So your appearance matters, your behavior matters, so that goes a long way. And so just growing up like that from Boston is super diverse. So being able to see everyone in that city and then going to a STEM school, science, technology, engineering, math, you're around a bunch of kids, diverse. Doesn't matter the ethnicity. Then going to art school, you're connecting. People from all over the country, the world, you learn about history and culture. So that gets embedded in this book and also in my mental database, and it just helps.
And last but not least, what chapter hits the hardest for you personally, and why?
I'll say the conclusion, not to be cheesy or not to sell you, but just the culmination of things. And I talk about that, how when we're in the moment, we don't really think about retrospect or what the lessons and failures really mean until after the fact. And so being able to look at my life thus far and have the excitement and confidence to keep going, I think that's why I really like the conclusion. And I leave it with, hey, you can do this too. You can tap into your light. You can get people to like, value, and trust you. It's not a guarantee, but you can like yourself first, start within, and then on the outside, your sphere of influence will increase. So that's what I want you to learn from Like, Value, Trust.